things differently, and the universe will send you messages on how you'll receive them. So I get a lot of mine through music too. So speaking of the shower, this is weird. So I'm 55, right? So it's been a long time since I've been to high school, but I don't know if it was I read a message today and somebody was talking about they don't physically fight anymore or something, and I don't know if that's what triggered this thought in the shower. But so when I've only had 2 fights in my life, and one is what I'm going to tell you about. So when I was in high school, you could go off campus at lunch. They had, like, when I was in, I think, 9th and 10th grade, they had a smoking section in my high school. Well, it's crazy, right? They got rid of it, like, soon after. But you could go off campus, and there's, like, little restaurants, like, right down the street, and the Stop and Go. It's kind of like a Circle K, or I don't know if you have that one that you are, but it's like a Stop and Go. And it was like towards the end of the year, and my friend, he was like, I think he was in my grade. He was like a 10th grader. I think I was a 10th grader, and his little sister was just a 9th grader. And for some reason, she, like, I mean, probably because I'm sweet, but she always, like, kind of tagged along with me and stuff. And she's a sweet kid, and I mean, we weren't that far apart. It's not like she was like my little sister, but she was my friend's little sister. And so she came with us, and she had gotten her yearbook that day. And she was so excited because she was a 9th grader. She got her high school yearbook. She's so excited, and she wanted me to sign it and everything. And we were just talking out front of Stop and Go, where it was like a group of us, all my other friends and stuff. Where it was probably a pretty decent sized group. And this is when punk was in style, right? So this little punk rocker kid, like, I mean, he had the, what's it called, the thing and everything. Just like kind of short, skinny kid. He took her freaking yearbook and he chucked it on Stop and Go's roof. And oh my god, I told you guys about my Irish. Like, when my Irish comes out, I just lose my shit. But this, I just thought was the meanest fucking thing I had ever seen. I mean, I was a 10th grader, but it was so mean that I lost my shit. And this is the first time I've ever gotten physical with somebody. I pushed him and I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why would you do that? What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I, like, literally, we started, like, fighting. Like, I was, I lost my shit, and I was so mad. I was just so mad. So that's, like, all my fights and times where I have, like, lost my temper or stood up. I mean, the only other fight I had was with literally my friend that, it was, like, elementary, and we were on skates, and I just remember us, like, kicking each other with our skates, like, around this, like, pole. I don't know, it was stupid. I don't remember what we were fighting about or anything, but that 2 fights in my whole life. I'm 55 years old. I'm gonna learn how to fighter, you guys. But so anyways, I think I remember it so much. Well, because I was mad. Like, I could feel the anger in the shower today when I was thinking about this. I'm like, just, why would he do that? This is so wrong, because she was so excited, and it's just like, there's no, what did he get out of that, And, I mean, he got nothing except for, beat up by a girl. I didn't really beat him up. I mean, we were just, it was a stupid fight. But, like, my friends, like, closest friends, never have seen me that pissed. And I remember my friend Rhonda, at the time, she was like, "Oh my god, I have never seen you be that mad before. Like, you're kind of scary." Remember I told you, everybody tells me when I lose my shit, they're scared of me. But yeah. So, yeah, that's my story. But yeah, I've never been like a fighter. But there's more to this story I gotta tell you, because this makes me sad. So I think it was the summer, I told you it was yearbook time, so it was probably the end of the year. And that summer, we all hung out at this pizza place, Round Table Pizza. That's where we go after the football games and everything. And I was at Round Table Pizza and I was walking out or something, and I ran into that kid that I fought, the little punker kid. And he actually apologized to me. He's like, I'm so sorry I did that. Like, so I mean, he must have, my angels probably went over there and ripped him a new one. I don't know. But anyways, he apologized, and I was just like, all right, whatever. I wasn't really sweet about it. I was kind of rude, but I just said, all right, whatever, dude, And but it's sad. The sad thing about that is, over the summer he was riding like a ATV, or went riding, and he ended up passing away. I don't know what happened, but one of my friends told me, and I think I even saw it in the paper, that it was him. And that broke my heart. So I did kind of wish I was a little nicer to him when he apologized after I found out he passed away, because nobody deserved. He's a young guy, didn't deserve that, obviously. But so yeah, that made me sad. But moral of the story: don't be mean. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, alright, well, I'm gonna end this. It's gonna end up being a long video, but I'll put the short on with the notice the signs, you guys. Notice the signs. We're always, everybody, even people that aren't living, a good life, everybody goes through hard times. Everybody does things they regret, and not everybody turns it around, but a lot of people do, and things do always get better. When you're going through the shit, you don't see it, you're just like, oh my God, what the hell, am I doing now, or what's going on, or how long do I have to live going through this? And you're frustrated, and you're just, everybody's been to the bottom, and felt lost, or felt hurt, or felt, scared, and everybody's been there. Just know that everything does get better. Life's a roller coaster, so you're gonna, you just got to get over that hump, and things will get better. I promise. Okay, so have a good day. I hope you all are blessed, and I will see you mañana. Okay.